What is good, everyone? Trigger Trey Go here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am going to be showcasing a team that I had a pretty decent win record with. I went 9-1 with this team in 2 different sets of matches. So this team consists of Toxicroak, Jellicent, and Clodsire. Overall, just a very well-rounded team, and they all pretty much complement each other really well, so I'm gonna let the video speak for itself. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and go ahead and sub to the channel if you're new. But with that being said, let's go ahead and start the matches. Alrighty, gonna go ahead and get into the first match of the video. We do have Toxicroak on the lead versus Shiftry. We are in a very good position right now. There's no need to swap out. We really don't even need to use shields right at this point. The counter damage is really starting to add up. He's already in the yellow and nobody's even thrown a charge move yet. He is going to go ahead and use the first charge move of the match and is going to be a Leaf Blade. We eat that up pretty well and they swap out to Talonflame. This is the good thing about having Jellicent on the team. The Jellicent's going to be a pretty good counter against the ground types that would normally be super effective on Toxicroak. And Jellicent is also a perfect counter to those fire types that you might see every once in a while. We do snag the first shield with the Surf. And honestly, I'm going to try to keep Jellicent alive as long as possible. I want to keep Jellicent alive as long as Talonflame's alive. Because I don't want Talonflame being matched up with Toxicroak, because he does have Hurricane, which is super effective on Toxicroak as well, with him being a fighting type. We are going to go ahead and use the last shield here on Flame Charge, and they are up 1 shield to our 0 shields. We are going to go ahead and go for the Surf, hopefully snagging the last shield. Alright, let's see it. Do they shield this Surf? They let the Talonflame go down. And they bring back in Shiftry, trying to get the charge move off, and they do get the charge move. I believe this is going to be Leaf Blade. Even if it was Night Slash, Jellicent would still go down. Goodbye, Jellicent. We do go down to the Leaf Blade, and we send back in Toxicroak to finish off the Shiftry. What is the last Pokemon? It is Greninja. It is Greninja with 1 shield, actually. So we're going to try to go ahead and get the shield with the Sludge Bomb here, and we're going to plan on sending in Clodsire. I don't want this Toxicroak to go down because in reality, if this Greninja does end up storing enough energy to be able to knock out the Clodsire, we do have the Toxicroak in the back, so that's why I didn't want Toxicroak going down so early, because I don't even think we'll have to throw a charge move at the Greninja. The counter damage will eventually kill Greninja before he gets to his last move. So he actually has Surf, which is very interesting. We are going to go for another Sludge Bomb here, and this should be the killing blow. Honestly, there isn't really anything that Greninja could have done in this situation, so that is a good game, very well played. Alrighty, gonna go ahead and get into the next match. We do start off with the Toxicroak again into Quagsire. Pretty decent lead for us if he does not have a ground type fast move, which he doesn't. I believe that's just Water Gun. So at this point, we're in a pretty good position to store up some energy for later on in the fight. We are going to go ahead and swap into Jellicent, and they respond with Beedrill. We are going to go ahead and start firing off some Surfs here. Surf is pretty decent neutral damage. If we don't snag the shield here, which we do, if we didn't snag the shield, Surf is still going to do a decent amount of damage. Beedrill is going to go ahead and respond with the charge move. Even if it is Drill Run is not going to be too effective on us. It is going to be an Aerial Ace though. Still not a whole lot of damage. We can eat another Aerial Ace. We do go ahead and send off another Surf, trying to get as much damage off as possible and see how much damage Surf does. Even if it is neutral damage, it still does a decent amount to where we really don't have to worry about this Beedrill anymore. We are going to go ahead and shield the second Aerial Ace. I really don't want to be in the position to get farmed down by the next Pokemon that comes out. I don't want to be super low HP. They do send it. I didn't actually see what that was. But we are going to go ahead and respond with the Surf, hopefully snagging the second shield. And it is a Lapras. Okay, so obviously they wouldn't shield that. So we're going to try to make them think that we're going to go for Surf. In reality, though, we're going to go for the Shadow Ball. Jellicent is so low on HP that I don't even want to mess with the Surf. I just want to go straight for raw damage, and we do get some pretty good damage on the Lapras. Jellicent goes down to the farm down, which is perfectly fine. We are going to go ahead and respond with the Toxicroak. We will go ahead and throw a Sludge Bomb here, hopefully snagging the last shield. I know that this Lapras has a pretty decent amount of energy stored up. We do snag the last shield, and they did have energy stored up. They are going to go ahead and throw, I don't even know what this move is, a Surf. We are going to go ahead and use the last shield of the game, and we do knock out the Lapras with the farm down. The enemy does send back in Quagsire, and unfortunately, we do go down to the Mud Bomb here. I didn't realize how much energy he had, so we did kind of waste a shield in a sense, which is no big deal. We are 0-0 shields right now, and a Mud Bomb from the Quagsire will not kill Clodsire from this range. They are going to go ahead and throw the Mud Bomb here. Not going to be nearly enough to get us down. So it's basically now just a race to the charge move. And fortunately, we get to the Earthquake first before they get to the Mud Bomb. So honestly, that's a good game. Very well played. Alrighty, on to the next match of the video. We do start off with Toxicroak again on the lead versus Nidoqueen. Now, Nidoqueen is very, very tricky because it is poison ground. Fortunately for us, he does have a poison type fast move, which is nothing to worry about. I'm going to see what this charge move is first. I want to shield this just to make sure it's not Earth Power. Earth Power will probably kill us from this range. If I'm being honest, Earth Power is very strong. The enemy does go ahead and swap out to Alolan Marowak, and I think I might have misplayed here. I feel like Clodsire would have been a way better matchup for the Marowak, with Mudshot being super effective on Marowak, and with us both being ghost types, it's not a really good position for Jellicent to be in with the super effective Shadow Bone. So we are going to go ahead and throw a Surf here. He does not actually shield this, which I honestly think he misplayed that too. So misplay for misplay, we both goofed. It's now a fair fight. He does send in Obstagoon, and honestly, I'm letting Jellicent go down here, but not without throwing a Surf here to either snag the shield or snag some extra damage, and he does not end up shielding that. We are going to go ahead and let Jellicent go down here, but not before the charge move gets thrown by the Obstagoon. Probably going to be Night Slash, I would say. It is Night Slash. So Jellicent goes down, and we are going to go ahead and send back in Toxicroak. Toxicroak is 4 times super effective on the Obstagoon. They are going to go ahead and send back in Nidoqueen to preserve the health that is on Obstagoon. We are going to respond with the Clodsire. The Nidoqueen is going to go ahead and throw a charge move here, most likely Poison Fang. That's fine. We do get the defense drop, but I'm going to try to keep Clodsire in here as long as possible. We are going to try to bait some shields too. So we are going to go ahead and go for the Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb, if it lands, won't do a whole lot of damage. My guess is going to be they want to preserve as many shields as possible to make things easier for Obstagoon in the back. I think I'm not going to shield this. We do need to keep a shield on the Toxicroak, mainly because of the Earth Power from the Nidoqueen. We are going to go ahead and throw a Sludge Bomb here. Again, trying to snag a shield, but it's not going to work. We are going to go ahead and take down the Nidoqueen, though, which is good. We are still down 1 shield, and Obstagoon doesn't have too much health left. Honestly, I don't even think he's going to be able to use the 2 shields. I think the raw damage from counter is going to be enough to take down the Obstagoon here. We are going to go ahead and snag the first shield with the Sludge Bomb, and they do respond back, I believe, with Night Slash. We need to go ahead and keep this shield. I don't want him to pull any crazy stuff out. But, again, with the raw damage from counter against the Obstagoon, there's nothing he could have done. That's a good game, very well played. Alrighty, going to go ahead and get into the last match of the video. We do start off with the Toxicroak versus Seismitoad. Very tough lead for us at this point. The plan as of right now is to get a little bit of energy stored up with Toxicroak before we switch out to Jellicent. Beautiful catch, by the way, on the charge move there. He is going to go for the charge move, which is going to be Muddy Water. He does get the attack debuff on Jellicent and sends in Charjabug. This team that the enemy is running is really starting to wall our entire team with the Seismitoad into Toxicroak and the Charjabug into the Jellicent. I'm very curious to see what their final Pokemon is. We do shield the Discharge, and we are going to go for a Shadow Ball here. I don't want to waste any time with Surf. Hopefully snagging the shield. We do snag the first shield from the Charjabug. And honestly, I think I'm going to have to let Jellicent go down here. I'm wanting to get a clean switch into Clodsire here, and this is the perfect opportunity. So he is going to go ahead and throw the Discharge. We are going to let Jellicent go down here and go straight into Clodsire. At this point, there is really nothing that Charjabug can do. Discharge is not going to be super effective, and X-Scissor isn't going to do anything to us at all either. We're going to try to bank as much energy on Clodsire as we can. He does throw the X-Scissor, and we eat that up all day, every day, num num num, and he switches into Seismitoad again. We are going to respond back with the Toxicroak. We are going to go ahead and shield this charge move from Seismitoad, probably going to be Muddy Water. He does not actually get the attack debuff, however, which is really good. So we are going to go ahead and respond back with a Dynamic Punch. This should kill from this range. There it is, boom. And the last Pokemon is Swampert. Ooh, we are in a very tough position at this point. With Swampert being water and ground, he is super effective on our Toxicroak and our Clodsire. We are going to go ahead and lose our Toxicroak to the Hydro Cannon, which is very unfortunate. This Swampert has 1 shield up on us, so we have to make sure that we get the shield, which we do, and we have to make sure that we can get to Earthquake before he gets enough energy to throw, I believe, 2 Hydro Cannons, but Hydro Cannon is very spammy, so it's not going to be too hard. We have to make sure we get to the Earthquake before he gets to this last Hydro Cannon, and he switches back into Charjabug, and he gets the catch. Oh, this is tough. Very fortunate for us, however, because this Earthquake is not going to kill the Charjabug, so we are able to farm him down and get enough energy to get to that last Earthquake that we're going to need to secure the match. They send back in Swampert, and we do get to the Earthquake first, securing that win. This Swampert is not going to live. Ready for this? 3, 2, 1. Boom, he's out of here. and that is a good game very well played. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. If you guys enjoy these types of videos, make sure to hit that like button for me. Make sure to drop a comment as well. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 250. So with that being said, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.